Hello, this is Evan here from the Trade Risk on Tuesday, September 14th, 2021. We are intraday right now, and in this video, we're going to be running through some of the weakest stocks in technology. And I thought this would just be an interesting video to take a look at some of the underperformers in a strong area of the market. Maybe you want to do some bargain hunting. Maybe you want to prepare for some swing trades or some breakout trades. It's sort of just a discovery video here to take a look at some stocks that might be in short-term trends, but are in an overall sector sort of leader of this market. So let's just jump right in. So in this video, we're going to be looking at the technology sector. Specifically, I'm looking at the spider technology sector. So that's XLK. So for those of you who are familiar with this ETF, I'm basically looking at all of the components in XLK, and then I'm going to just be looking at the 1 month returns, the past 21 trading days. That's how I'm essentially going to judge what is the weakest. So obviously there's all different ways and time frames you could use to look back, but that's what I'm going to do to keep things simple. So notice here, if you look at this sector grid, you can see technology is the second best performer over the past 1 month. The only thing ahead of it is semiconductors, and there's probably a pretty good blend of semiconductors in the technology space. So let's jump into it here. The bottom list is where I've got the sorted worst performers over the past 21 days in tech. So the worst performer here is ADSK. This is Autodesk. Now, I actually have a long position in this stock right now. This is the only name, I think, in this list that we're going to go through that I currently have a position in. So I've got two trading systems, Merlin, Lamerick, and at any given time, we have 40, 50 names on at once. Some of those are long, some of those are shorts. Mostly they're longs, but they can be short. And ADSK is right now in our Lamerick trading system. So it's an automated trading system. It's looking for opportunities on a short-term basis. So it is currently long ADSK. I believe it's definitely underwater in this trade right now by a few points. So it's in the red here by a few points. It's looking for a rebound snapback here in the short term. If it doesn't get it, it will be exiting this trade for a loss. So ADSK, it's a long position of ours, but let's just talk more broadly about this stock. So if we zoom out here, you can see it has been a market leader. It has been a stock that has been trending up here over the past many years, and it's trading most recently now sharply off of its recent highs. So it poked its head up, made all-time highs at around 350, and then it has sunk like a rock over the past month of trading. It's coming back into kind of this other previous supply area here where we've seen buyers kind of step in. We've got this band right in here where maybe it's gunning for back down here. And of course you can see even down here towards the March lows and then even some of the May lows down here. There's sort of lots of areas where buyers have been stepping in for this particular name. So it's on its steep downtrend here over the short term. But again, longer term, it's in that sort of quality leading sector. So ADSK, that is your underperformer, number one. Number two is DXC. So DXC Technology Company. This is down about 14% over the past month. Again, if we zoom out here, you can see a nice trend from the lows, but notice this is not at all-time highs. This was a stock that IPO'd in 2017. It had a real tough first 2.5 years, and now it's been on the rebound. So this is a much different sort of candidate than, say, Autodesk. This has maybe more to prove, or it's not trading at its highs. And you can see here that it's kind of just sliding down here. I don't really love this look when I'm looking at this stock personally. I mean, it's trying to hang in here. So you're seeing it try and stabilize. But to me, I'd really like to see this back over $38 or so, and then it maybe gets a little more interesting. So DXC, that's your second underperformer there. Number three is a solar stock. So this is ENPH, ENPH. This one here, I do like this a little bit more. So again, zooming out, you can see again a stock that has been leading, very strong performer, and it is trading at its all-time highs. And you can see, or just off of its all-time highs, and it has pulled back over the past month, but Notice it is still, well above this May low here, and there is a lot of structure in here. So it looks like it's kind of taking its time. Maybe it's consolidating in this very long-term sort of range here, and it might have a lot longer to go. But generally speaking here, we've got this kind of, just hanging out here and kind of, swinging down and to the right here in this broad sort of channel, and we're kind of just hanging out and waiting. So I like the potential here. Is definitely a longer term name, nothing super short term I'm seeing as opportunity, but it's not as bad as a DXC in my eyes in terms of what that looks like from a price structure perspective. Number 4 is WDC. So this is Western Digital. So this is a stock that has a long history here. This goes all the way back to the 90s, 80s, 90s. And this here has been kind of, in this much longer, broader term sort of pullback here or channel or consolidation. This would clean up a lot more on a weekly or a monthly time frame. You can see it's had a nice year getting all the way back up to $76 or so, but if we go down to that daily chart, it's kind of been sliding here now, and it's again not the worst pattern, but again there is still just a lot of supply in here. So for me, I would just really like to see this get back over this 65 midpoint or so and start clearing above some of this prior supply in here. Just, it's an older name that's got lots of kind of history up there. So I'd like to see it get a little more stabilization, but it's definitely tight right here. And you could easily see, just kind of like a 3-day, 4-day pop here if it starts breaking over this little triangle of highs. If we go to the number 5 slot here, we got FIS, Fidelity National Information Services. So this one here is down about 8% over the past 1 month, and it's coming back into a spot where buyers have been stepping up. So this is definitely, if you're looking for one of those potential support bounce plays, you're kind of coming into that zone here around 122. Down about 1% today and coming back into this bottom end of the zone. So keep that one on watch if you want to look for that bounce. STX here, number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is also coming back down to some multi-month support. This is why I like doing sort of these lists here and just kind of browsing through some of the weaker names just to see when they get to a potential spot where we would expect or we would like to see buyers show back up. Again, this is where we want to just be an observer of the market and see how price behaves. Back down around $82 or so. It's got this nice little support consolidation pattern here. So if it holds in here, could be a good opportunity there in the next couple of months or weeks. HPE. This one's next here. This one's been selling off pretty aggressively here over the past week. Take a look at this. This was trading up around $16 or so, and it's all the way down to about $14 in just 6 trading sessions. Again, this is a bigger cap company, 18 billion, and this is a pretty good size move to it. It's coming back down to this July pivot low. Looks like it probably wants to test it, and kind of just like those last few names we just looked at, this is where you want to see buyers hopefully show back up, is where they have in the past month. So this one, again, on kind of that bounce watch there around 1350. And we're going to run through just a couple more of these and then call it a video. ADP. So this one here, automatic data processing. So again, got a nice long-term leader here, good sector, good trending stock, and it has been now pulling back for the past month. It's about 8.5% from its all-time highs here, and it's done it pretty orderly. So again, I kind of like the looks of these when you just have the clean sort of steady pullback, 8-9% in a good leading stock, tech space. That seems pretty ordinary to me, and those are names I like to pay attention to. So ADP is the last one, and I think we'll end it there. What about the last one? One more, PTC. PTC also coming back into support here again, coming back into where buyers have been showing up in the past. Oh, I'm just printing lots of lines here. Lots of recent memory here back in this 120 zone. I I didn't mean to draw 100 of those lines, but you can see again, kind of falling back, trading back down into it. Zooming out here, it's had a good run over the past multiple years, pretty steep pullback in COVID times, but it has rebounded. It is back up towards those highs, and it is trading, in fact, at all-time highs. So PTC, keep an eye on that around 120. All of these names, again, are highlighted just as an observation. Again, do your homework on these names. Hopefully it's useful just to see strong sector, weak stocks, plan some trades, do some homework. That's what this video is about. So leave a comment below if you've got any thoughts on these names, got any positions in these stocks, or you're keeping an eye on any of these yourself. Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear it. And as always, thank you so much for tuning in and watching. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you want to stay up to date, or follow along with us at thetraderisk.com. Have yourself a great day.